Oh my gosh, Samir, that was so quick, dude. Holy cow. Well, welcome in, man. Welcome, welcome. All right, what solo raid do I have today? We have skill. As is ritual, we jump into solo raid first thing. Samuel, what's up? Numero dos. That is two in Spanish. Notification on, gang? Heck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. You're here so early, the screen didn't even load. That is truly an accomplishment, man. What's up, Kate? How are ya? Oh, I should probably open Discord, huh? In case there's anything cool I need to see. Excuse me. All right. Your 12th? If we're rounding very generously, you can be 12th. Wolverine. You awakened Carolina? Hey, that's not a bad move, dude. She is crazy busted. I mean, I always like had known that, but I didn't really know until yesterday. And my goodness. He took Viv to rank 4. Nice. That's a champion I would like to get a little more experience with. I don't really have an opinion on her. Guys, look. Spider-Ham got demoted, by the way. Now we have Kingpin over here. Spreading the holiday joy. Don't worry, his staff, his cane is going to shoot out confetti. I can't give Spider-Ham screen real estate if he's just not going to appear on my account, you know? Not first again. Starting to think there might be some shenanigans going on, huh? Not quite. Not quite, though. He's just quick with it, dude. What's up, Dave? How are you, man? That is true. I mean, like, occasionally, just for fun, I will, like, start the stream a couple minutes before or a couple minutes after, just to see if people are on their toes. But yeah, generally, it does help knowing that it's always the same time every day, you know? Oh, that'll be cool, Samuel. I like Praviter Pravarkar, at least from what I've seen. I'm excited to get my hands on him. Yeah, I don't know why that guy was not getting stunned for a little bit, but we'll take it. He does it for the love of the game. So he can be the first. Hit me. All right, sir, if you could throw that special for me. Beautiful. Man, I shudder to think what I could be pulling off with a, like, fully maxed out deep wounds. Because I don't actually have deep wounds maxed. Hold on, I will catch up on chat in a second. Gotta focus for that massive special too. Alright, we're good. He's dead. You finished the incursions? Bastion, Jean, and Spider Jess ran it. Okay. Well, I can do 2 of those 3. You can't put into words what yours and Widow's incursions run was like. Was it? It sounded insane from what I was seeing in the Discord. Was it like that hype? I'm dedicated, just old and slow. Truth. Like, incursions can be pretty clutch sometimes, man. Alright, so... Man, there's always people to help in this alliance. I like it, but also, like, the red bubbles are obnoxious. You know what? I can't be bothered. Not if it's gonna lag like that. Alright, let's hop right in. We'll cut the, rip the band-aid off. Cut the BS. I can bring Moman! And Jean Grey. And then Bastion. That feels like a good team, right? Just for fun, though. Who else could we have brought? We could bring North Star. That could be fun. We could bring Blade. Dude, Joe Fixit is pretty good for incursions, actually. We have some pretty good options. If we can't do much, then we could try some other champions. I don't know how good Moman will be, just because he has to take some block damage at times. But we'll give it a try. I feel like there's a lot of fights this team could do, though. I did overnight, yeah. I like it. I like when they do the big thing, Alliance War. Also, welcome in. Welcome in, Lee. Yelena Cheese, is it? Wait, how so? Oh, bleed into Power Sting? I mean, Moman will do the same thing. You did a run with Horseman, Jean, Joe Fixit. I expected Joe on your team for sure. That's not a bad idea about Horseman, though. It might be worth Horsemaning Jean and then swapping in maybe like Moleman. That's actually a really good idea. Let's see. He's not going to start with max charges. I could build him up, or I could bring in one of his synergy partners. No, I can't. Okay, never mind. Cade with the 2 New Zealand smackaroos just says IDK. All right, dude. Hey, thank you very much. All right, as I replace the big deal, don't forget to like and subscribe. Shameless plug. Thank you, dude. Again, I'm just getting around it to $2 US. I know it's not quite there, but... Oh my gosh. Okay, we have the follow-up dono that says, here you go, bud. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Okay, you know what? We'll just lump those together. We'll just say that's like... We'll just say that's like $6? I know it converts a little lower, so we'll just go with that. Thank you, dude. I am working currently, by the way. I did start doing this today. I am working on like donation alerts. So expect that within... I mean, I don't know how tricky it's going to be. I'm having AI walk me through it because I want to have it all done in-house. I don't want to use a third-party program. So expect that maybe within a week or 2. If it doesn't work initially, I may need to enlist the help of my programmer friends. We'll try this, I think, at first, and then see if we just ramp Mcoc, I guess. I'm excited for it, though. Okay. Whatever our fights are, we want to do Mcoc first, probably. Oh, that's actually really good. We're starting against a mutant champion. It's going to help us ramp a little quicker. Masochism over time. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry, I had to talk to my waifu. Can't believe the viruses just enter my body without my permission. That makes me sick. I like that one, Caveman. Nice, dude. All right, let's see what kind of hacks we have. Attack your basic attacks. You'll have a 40% chance to grant them armor up. Final hit deals a burst of direct damage, scaling with their current armor percentage. Okay, and then Dang, you can almost stunlock probably with like Iron Man. I mean, Iron Man is a champion that's Saga champ. You could definitely stunlock, I think. Or dang near get close. Oh geez, remember the Twitch scream? Yeah. You're getting annoyed to get to the last path of the Deadpool side quest. Dude, I love those little side quests, how they're just completely random. I have the new YouTube message filter on, used a bad word, so they blocked it. I don't have any new YouTube filter. Everything that is banned... I mean, maybe I do. Maybe they did something without me knowing. But I just have a list of words that I found and slapped on there that are banned. Okay, let me continue here. We go unblockable with a striker. That seems like kind of mid. Increased debuff duration during special attacks. While the defender is suffering from non-damaging debuffs, the attacker regenerates 2% of damage dealt. I mean, that's probably not too bad, actually. When the attacker lands the final hit of a heavy, they gain a prowess buff for 15 seconds. Special attacks have a 30% chance per prowess effect to inflict a degeneration debuff. That seems pretty good on, like, Jean Grey, though. Right? Prowess is going to help her quite a bit. But also, like, mutually assured destruction seems pretty good. I don't know which one I want to go with. Like, regenning health seems really nice, honestly. Just if you ever, like, need it. Because I'm not always going to be throwing... I'm going to try this one. I'm sure there's some that are way better than others, though. You just finished your incursions? Nice. We'll just go with that one. I'm not picky. Oh, and then these are the exact same. Okay. Wait, no, they're not. Second chance is a nice little clutch one. But, I mean, also hemostatic charge is crazy OP. Like, crazy good. Yeah, I might just do hemostatic charge. It's just so good on, like, almost everything. As much as I really like second chance, because it's, like, that safety net, we'll do that one. I like hemostatic charge builds. Worst boss if you get gore? I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. And then I do have some boosts, I think, about to expire, so I'm just going to boost up. Yeah. Yeah, we got a few. Actually, not a few. We have a ton of boosts. I have built up quite the backlog, it seems. Alright, Mcoc, do your thing. Second chance. I think there's a lot of good combos you can do. A lot of good stuff out there. You gonna throw that? Thank you. And maybe I should have gone in for a warm-up game first. Play some arena, but we're just going in, dude. Hopefully we can get through this without, like, too many problems. Also, I need to remember I can heavy attack with Mcoc because I'll be able to trigger the hemostatic or whatever. Yep. That made it go way faster. What's up, Tim? How's it going, man? Yeah, Okoye with that goes crazy, yeah. Okoye, Venom. Joe Fixit, even. Special one. Watching Stranger Things? I'm waiting until all of Stranger Things comes out before I tackle that, I think. Alright, Mcoc. Time to do what you were brought in for in the first place, my dude. Yeah, that's what I went with, Walrus. I'm not gonna lie, I like incursion stuff, but I do miss, like, that I'm not using Steve right now. That does make me very sad. I feel like the Jean Grey shield is going to be really nice, though. The higher we get up, especially. Alright, there's Joseph. Fix it. Taken down. Room number 1, complete. Yo, what's up, Widow? How are you, man? I heard you had quite the incursion run. Congrats. Okay, I haven't really looked at these. So we're getting shards and then a minion crystal, I assume? Yep, okay. That's not too bad. I don't mind that. It's only 15 levels, not 30. Okay, yeah, that's true. I forgot. Oh, you're just barely starting Stranger Things, Widow? Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it, enjoy it. Alright, now we bring in the Mole God. The Mole Man himself. Anti-Venom is probably pretty good for incursions too, huh? Rise to power when they knock down. Yeah, that's not too bad. Honestly, neither of these are too bad. Yeah, and then that Carnage looks pretty easy as well. Pretty easy. We could improve bleed effect, potency. Do I want to do potency or duration? Let's do duration. I think that's like... I mean, not only are we getting value for like our neuroshocks and stuff for Jean Grey, but also like... I mean, potency, you're doing more damage per that debuff, but also duration, right? Because it's lasting longer, so it's still also getting a potency buff, technically. At least that's what I'm envisioning. Okay. Moment, I think, right? I mean, if I knock him down, I'm gonna give him, like, the power gain thing, but hopefully that doesn't get too out of control. I mean, that would kind of work to our favor, though, right? Oh, yeah, we just let the power stings build up. Unit Man came to the rescue. Dude, when you get into the high incursion rooms, it is pretty punishing, I'm not gonna lie. And they severely, I think, need to rework like the incursion revive system and stuff. I don't think he's bleed immune or something crazy. It's just like you can barely get any health back on your champions. It's kind of insane. You know, if I increase, like, my crit rate and stuff, I probably won't even need to use Mole Man's Frenzy. And then I can keep his, like, evade counter up at all times. They have, like, 90k attack rating? Yeah, it gets crazy early on. Or later on, I mean. The cost for items and incursions is crazy. Yeah, and then it's all to just heal, like, 2%. It's insane. Each time the attack relieves striking distance, defender gets power gain. Yeah, I think we just go Massacre here. Shocker boss, I'm not a fan. Not a big fan of that. That's alright. Yeah, 52 units for 1,000 health. It's a total scam, it really is. Bleed potency, probably. Ooh, you know what? This is probably going to be better in the long run, I think. If I'm focusing debuffs. Yo, Spidey, what's up, man? Better late than never, I say. Always good when we can get another wrench in here. Alrighty. Mole Man continues to dominate. Man, the thing I miss about the Steve incursions, though, is you're just like always at full health because his regen was just ludicrous. What path do you take for the Deadpool side quest? Isn't it RNG? It's RNG unless you have the thing you get that lets you choose your path, right? Yeah, it's completely random. There is a chart on like everything you can get, though. I haven't looked at it. If it doesn't show you what it is, Cat Murdoch posted a picture. All right, I'm honestly probably just gonna like hang out until he can be debuffed. Yeah, Samir, what's that? Oh, that does reach. That's actually good. Oh, he's shock immune, huh? Incursions are gonna cost some units? Oh man, I hope not too many. Hopefully they don't cost me a ton. The side quest is terrible. They can't spoil us too much right before Banquet, you know? This is just the warm-up. Besides, I think, like, the full Incursion rewards seem like they're pretty good, too. What's up, Stud? Welcome in, man. Okie dokie. We have no need to heal anybody. We don't have any sort of answer to Havoc, unfortunately. Not my favorite thing. Yondu, my sweet prince. Each whole-time block during a special attack grants the attacker true damage. When the attacker feels a bar of power, a 10-second timer is started. I mean, that's not too bad. What does Stormax have? Painful Retreat. Brute Force. What does Silver Samurai have? Yeah, I'll probably just take the Sauron path, I think. Probably take the Sauron path. I don't think he's bleed immune, right? Whoops. I always forget. This is... Oh, yeah, he's immune to Power Steel, Poison. That's it. Okay. He takes 95% less damage from bleed and gains increased crit resistance while bleeding. But that probably won't matter because... Well, because he's just going to be killing himself via Power Sting. We'll see what happens. Incursions is like a cruise. Yeah. You definitely, like, can just be cooking the entire time, and then you make, like, that one critical error, and it's all over. And honestly, that could very well happen tonight. We'll have to see. Alright, he's definitely dead. Yep, okay. Sauron can be quite annoying, though. At least he could in the Steve incursions. So far, we're doing good, though. But we're not even to the really, like, what I would consider scary fights. 100% resistance to bleed? Well, you're not 100% resistant to power stings, my buddy. Buddy, old pal. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me. Come on. Come on. There we go, you coward. Alright, this probably KOs, right? Yep. Your vote is just gonna be Samir, honestly? Oh, sorry. We go full political. You, Spidey, and Whopper basically the board. Everyone who wants the mod gets their turn in Discord to give a speech. I could see how that would be cool, but I also could see how that could go downhill. Frankencastle need his dupe? I don't think so. It seemed like he benefit from it pretty good, if I remember right. Alright, Strifey boy. Polka dot power. start of the fight. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna Jean Grey this fight, I think. Just gonna Jean Grey this fight. Since we have Neuros, now we don't have to worry about if he goes Invis, which is really helpful for us. Really nice being able to punish that SP1. Alright, that should be a lot of damage. Not too bad. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the combat deja vu. I had a weakness that definitely neutered my damage a little bit. Not that time, though. We had no mods yesterday. No, I think Spidey made an appearance, didn't he? Yeah. Spidey was here. Whoa, there's 2 mods here. Ain't no way I'm giving a speech. It was chaos and debauchery. Dude, yeah, actually, I thought a couple times I'd have to ban everybody. It was getting pretty heated. Alright, what do we have? Defensive Cascade. Oh, these are just like the same ones at the beginning, right? Yeah. You know, that might be good on Mole Man, honestly. But also, this seems really good for hemostatic, whatever it's called. That seems pretty strong. Yeah, you know what? We'll go for it. I could go for like a stun lock kind of build, but let's not. Let's just build straight into Mole Man. I've never really used Mole Man in Incursions until today, so we'll see how it goes. Spidey, without a doubt, usually, like, very rarely does he miss a stream. Bubble Shield. I don't really like that, but we can do that fight. On the defender, gains of bar power. Attackers inflicted power sting. Combat deja vu, but it's also on Iron Fist, so it's like not super threatening. Yeah, we can just go Crossbones. Probably. And then Jean Grey, I think. We always invest in Oonga Boonga damage. Stop, Walrus. Good, now ban Samir. You guys and your warring with Samir's crazy. Is Chielth worthy of an awakening gem? I don't even remember what it does. Doesn't that make her... I think it helps her if you're planning on using her. I remember, I think, that it's like fairly effective. I kind of wonder what, like, Mole Man would do here, because he's gonna, like, shrug a ton of debuffs, right? But, like, he can't shrug them all. Can't shrug everything. Alright, yeah, that went a lot better than I thought it would. I did see that Widow. Nice pull, man. Very nice. Very, very nice. As somebody who has had Photon for a single day, I can confirm that is a very nice champion. Is the Deadpool quest ticket used on entry, or can you restart? That I'm not sure about. Usually, like, if you try to quit out, it'll tell you if you're gonna lose it or not. At least that's what it seems like. Alright, we go Mcoc again. Oh no, he got a prowess. Whatever will I do? Man, maybe just, like, dunk on him, huh? Throw it. Throw it. Easy. You cannot restart, according to Lee. Oh, Medusa, and she is awakened too? Brother, why? Why? And then she has Oscillate, which I'm probably gonna forget exists. 100%. Okay, let's see. I can't remember what this true accuracy, does that stop auto block? It does. Okay, we're just not gonna enter Mole Man mode. We're just gonna play normal. This should work. Oh, I shouldn't be throwing special one though. That was a whoopsie. Man, old Mole Man would be so good here though. Because I could enter my Mole Man mode and keep my true accuracy. Alright, beautiful. Beautiful. That could have been a really annoying fight, man. Heal block gain duration, medium attacks gain ability accuracy, and attack rating. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Why not? Oscillate reminder. Yep, thank you. I'm going to be honest. I actually went into that fight and forgot it existed entirely. Yeah, if you lose Frenzy, she'll auto block. Mole Man mode, check. Yeah. Brought champs in that were only good for one path in particular because he thought he could choose. Rip, dude. Good thing you were able to plow through it, though. Hmm. Dude, their PI rating is so high already. What does Ronin have? Enhanced Special 1. Okay, we could probably just take this path, I think. You're gonna listen to the stream and watch Stranger Things? That's quite the... That is quite the combo, dude. I love it. Quite the combination. Honestly, you may not be able to tell, depending on how this incursion goes, you may not be able to tell which one is supposed to be like the scary movie. Look with all the yelling and stuff. Or show, I mean. Alright, you're dead. You're dead. Just throw it. Just throw it. Just throw it. Just throw it. Come on. Dude, you're supposed to... There we go. You don't know which is more boring to watch, Arena Incursions? I think probably Arena. There's a lot more like oh crap or like potential oh crap moments for Incursions. And like there's actually like stakes if you die. Arena, it's like, oh no, there goes my win streak. Let me just win some more fights again. It's a little bit different in Incursions. Alright, you're dead. Doesn't matter if your special one is unblockable if you just use it and instantly pass away. And then we get a nice little Silver Surfer again, part 2. That's not important. That's not really important. Every 6 seconds, he goes unblockable. That might be annoying. Lazarus is really annoying. I'm not a big fan of that node. It's alright. You're not going to ruin Stranger Things by playing mid-arena. I mean, that is kind of the best time to play arena, though, is when you're watching a show or something. Okay, let's bait out this unblockable attack. Alright, and then we'll finally go in. Whoa, buddy. You're supposed to be taunted here. What is happening? Oh, so, okay. That was actually really annoying. All right. Pretty easy, though. But, like, if I would have gotten hit, though, I would have been cooked. I'm gonna go crit rating, I think. That'll help Mole Man a little bit. Nothing super duper crazy yet, though. I wonder if anybody has, like, discovered a cheese option. Like a cheese node combo. Root or rooted. That's not too bad. Cassie Ling with polka dot power. We could probably do that one. Yeah, arena, you can turn your brain off and talk. Yeah, I'll try to, like, I don't mind dying in Incursions too much. There is a limit to that, but, like, I'll try to, like, be semi-interactive as things go up. Alright, will he die before the root or be rooted? Honestly, it feels like so far it's just like a single special one rotation and they're dead. Yep. Spider-Woman and Yelena are both cheese. Joe if Max Sig rank 4. All the Fury ones with Spider-Woman. Man, you guys talking like Spider-Woman. It sure would have been cool to get her. Sure would have been cooler to get her yesterday, man. Gosh dang it. Honestly, we could just regular mole guy here, I think. What's up, Beacon? How are you, man? I was really kind of hoping that she wouldn't throw the special one. That didn't matter, though. Is Isophine any good? Samuel, yes, but only in, like, niche matchups. Across the board, I would say no. She's pretty good against, like, some buff-heavy cosmics, but that's about it. Unblockable for the first 6 seconds. Personal space. Okay, nothing super crazy. Should be another Mole Man fight, I think. Ooh, that's like perfect spacing right there, man. I mean, it's not even mattering playing into that node. I'm just specialing to apply more bleed and then more power sting. Okay, eventually I think Mole Man, his special one is going to stop insta-killing, though. Bleed potency here, probably. Yeah. Hey, that'll be sick, Beacon. You're close. Your wives tried hard to get you to watch Stranger Things. Honestly, like, and some of you might hate me for this, it's definitely not for everyone. It can be a very polarizing show. I think for a lot of people, the first season, without a doubt, is great. And I think majority of people will agree. And then the third season is kind of where things kind of start to fall apart, I think. Dazed and Confused. That's not too bad. We'll just take Deadpool X-Force. At least that's like kind of where I drew the line, or like noticed I was getting less interested in the show. That being said, I did and still do enjoy the show. But it seems like season 3 is kind of like the divide. It definitely feels like a show that should not have gone on for as long as it did. You can definitely tell a little bit that like some plot lines are a little forced, and like it's clearly just because it was making buku amounts of dollars for Netflix. Oh, what's up, Nick? How are you, man? Batman is good for this. Some armor up nodes. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can probably stun lock. Yeah, Fatman would be really good. Same with Iron Man, with all of his armor ups. I did love the Mole Man pole beacon. That made me very happy to see. Can't watch a show unless you're hooked instantly. Oh crap, I forgot she had the thing. Oh my gosh, I'm so dead. I'm actually dead. See, that's why Incursions is so evil. The damage on that was absurd, bro. Oh well. I forgot it is bad. Continue to parry. Let's just bait the special. Oh man. Okay, well that was close. That was a close call, but we're alive. Demon Slayer? Dude, I actually finished Demon Slayer like semi-recently. And then I read the manga all the way up. As long as you're valiant before banquet, you'll be happy. It'll be important to be valiant. Ooh, you get power locked after special 1. Man, that kind of ruins things a little bit for Jean Grey. Okay, but this is hilarious. I guess it would make sense for a champion immune to power lock. But they get indestructible when you get 2 bars of power. But you can't even get there, right? Because you just get power locked at level 1. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, there's Oscillate, my least favorite thing ever. Every 7 seconds, defender gains protection. Remove all stacks when interrupting the defender's heavy attack. Man, do I just go for it with Mole Man? If he dies, he dies. I mean, not the worst thing. But Demon Slayer is great. I would stick with it. You're super into it? Good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I hate that little timer for Incursions. It's so dumb. I think I'm going to go for Mole Man. I just have to be, like, careful not to heavy too much. And then hopefully we'll be okay. You want to watch Bleach? Bleach is a good watch. Definitely if you're watching Bleach, though, my recommendation would be to skip any sort of filler arc because they're almost all completely awful. Almost every single one is just horrendous. Hit me. Hit me! Oh my gosh, brother. Alright, we're good. It's always sketchy when you have to take in a low health champ into incursions. You got lucky there, though. I think we go here. I mean, to be armor burst would probably help us, like, stay alive a little better, though, if we do get hit. Whatever. We'll just die. We'll YOLO. You have a list on which episodes to skip? Yeah, true. Oh, yeah, oscillate, yeah. I told you, dude, I can't stand it. I always forget it exists. Okay, well, you always take buff cornucopia when you can take buff cornucopia, I think. That's the general rule of thumb. Hit me, hit me. Yeah, it is. It was kind of an interesting time to want him to attack me. Icarus could be kind of annoying if you don't have the proper thing to deal with him. I could probably go this way again, I think. We'll go for Icarus. We might die, but we'll go for it. All attack all the time. Yeah, Spider-Man is just gonna punch them until they fall over. Sometimes you do what you gotta do. I'm just trying to play like bully ball, try and get my way through this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't quite work. Ooh, I forgot about the power sting. Oh well. We're chilling. I don't really have a favorite anime. I enjoy all of them for like different things. There's not really one that I like will specifically pick out and go, wow, that one is like insane. I think He Shrugs bleeds off faster, right? For every stack of bleed on the opponent. Yeah, He Shrugs off debuffs up to 95% faster based on current power. I might go with Jean Grey here. I haven't used Jean in a minute anyway. Yeah, let's try Jean Grey. Death Note was a good watch. Death Note was pretty good. Definitely not too shabby. I like the Death Note videos where it's like Death Note, but there's no internal monologue. Those videos are funny. They're just sitting there. Or like Kita is, or Light, I guess, is just sitting there laughing maniacally for no reason. Alright, that was a great fight with Jean Grey. Solo leveling is great, yeah. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one I haven't really, like, dipped my toe into. Oh, Mysterio? I don't like that at all. Dude, this is, like, all about like Mysterio's gonna be throwing a gajillion specials, I think. All right, I'm gonna maybe try. I want to go Bastion. He's gonna get like so ramped up so quick. Mole Man would work. Mole Man would work. He might die, though. We're going to send it. He'll probably die, to be honest. Beacon, I would go with Despair or, like, maybe Deep Wounds. Oh, no. Throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it. Oh, I'm so cooked. Oh, my. Miracles happen, chat. Oh, boy, oh, boy. And we gained health out of that? He was, like, a hair away from the special 3, dude. Oh, that was close. That was really close. Let's do the unique buff count, attack surge, I think. Oh, dude, I hate fighting Mysterio. If I didn't have hemostatic, whatever, discharge or whatever, charge, I don't know. We could have been cooked. Most cooperative Mysterio ever? Dude, actually, though, right? You want Life Cycle and Incursions? Life Cycle's not the worst. Not my favorite, though. Make a stand. That's fine. All contact hits. Deal 40%. That's fine. Polka dot power. That's fine. Yeah, we can mole man both of these fights here, I think. I don't remember. I like don't quite know how Mole Man was getting like health back that last fight, but you know, like I'm just gonna accept it, move on. But yeah, that Mysterio definitely like saved me a little bit. You almost got me there, beasts. Alright, we're regenning, we're getting some health back. Not that it matters, we're pretty much in like one combo equals death territory now, I think. We shall continue to mole man these fellas, though. I haven't even used Bastion a single time. Also, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, if you could go ahead and drop a like, that would be awesome, possum. This is high caliber gameplay of the highest caliber. And you're all watching it here live. I mean, it's really not, but I like to think it is. All right, Jubilee. Chucky Brie. Our crit resistance is higher. I think we go with Mole Man here, yeah. Life Cycle can stay away from me. It is, and can be a pretty mean node. That's for sure. I don't like, I'm unstoppable too, but like, I do not want to deal with the Incursions damage. No, what a good timing. Alright, that doesn't kill. Okay. Oh, I didn't enter my Mole Man mode? I honestly don't know why that wasn't happening, but we'll just go with it. Life cycle is easy, just special 3, or just throw a bunch of heavy attacks. Hurt Locker is your least favorite node? It can be annoying. Oh, Power Sting potency by 1,000,000, of course. I do think, like, on my list of hated nodes, I don't think Life Cycle is really, like, up at the top. It's definitely, like, one that can be, like, super annoying. But it's not my least favorite at all. Mine, honestly, mine might be Encroaching Stun. I know that's, like, a really easy node. I just, like, I forget about it so much that it usually cooks me. Okay, defender gains bar power. Attacker is inflicted with power sting. Okay. Stratified against any buff activated on the attacker. And then now you see me. That might be kind of annoying. But I think we can take the buff path. Now we just try and remember we have root or rooted. Life cycle is too rare to hate. Yeah. You definitely don't see it too often. I think Kabam knows people hate it. They definitely know. Reverse control. Yeah, reverse control can be annoying. I usually try to just make sure I have a champion that's like immune. I know that's kind of a cop-out, but you know what? It works. Alright, he's dead, I think, after this, right? Yep. Confusing specials is up there. Ooh, yeah. It's because it can catch you, like, mid-dex, and then it just throws you off. You know? Because you're trying to, like, do your spacing that you need to do to, like, deal with the defender, and then sometimes they just decide to throw a special for, like, whatever reason. And then you're cooked. That's why Mr. Negative always destroys me. The thing with, like, a lot of reverse control stuff, too, is if you have a champion that inflicts reverse control on you during those things, it can just be really, really disorienting. Oh, no. No, you guys know this is my kryptonite. Oh, no. I hate Stealth Suit Spider-Man. I hate him so much. Honestly, maybe I use Bastion. We might I think we finally use Bastion. Yeah, I think we have to. And let's reboost. Just because he has the pursuit. So we can deal with the annoying evade. Yeah, it does make it hard to split your attention a little bit, Samir. Also, Bastion parries non-contact, so that helps a lot. And I think his specials are non-contact. I'm not 100% sure on that. Okay, I like that damage. Hopefully with the weaknesses, that's enough. It should be. Beautifully done. Well done. Whoa. Man, that could have gone so bad. I actually, like, I hate fighting Stealth Suit Spider-Man. He's so annoying, dude. But yeah, we do have Bastion, which is like hyper clutch, right? Power Sting gaining duration. I don't feel like we've had that big of a problem with its duration. Maybe we just do Fury buffs, but I don't really have any Fury champions. We have buff Cornucopia, so technically we can get Fury. Special Refund makes the most sense, I think. If it was Power Sting Potency, though, we take that all day. Can't wait for when we do a friendly stream and you put him on defense. Oh, yeah. I will ban him. I have no regrets. I will ban stealthy every shot I have. Okay. Ionized armor, that's not too bad. Spidey Man, what do you got? Chum the Watas. Yeah, that's not too bad. We can definitely Moleman, I think, for Spidey. Not for this guy, though, because he's bleed immune. Just kind of a bummer. We're going to have to play this normal. But we'll just go Jean Grey for Sandman. So far, these incursions are pretty good, man. Pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. Hello, Cosmic. What's up, man? Got Bastion Throne, one special one, which regens me, stuns them, and they're dead before you get back to special one. Jeez. Yeah, I like a lot of the combinations that you can do in incursions. Like, that's why I like the incursions game mode. I wish it was like more worth doing outside of saga incursions. I think it's really cool. Like, it has a lot of potential. It just feels like they don't utilize it near enough, unfortunately. Okay, having special refund with Jean might be kind of nuts. You can probably do a double special one rotation. Will I? Probably not. But you can. That's so much damage. Hey, have a good one, Samir. Thanks for dropping in, man. You heard there? Yeah, Cosmic. So if you opened crystals right, like for like the first hour or two after the crystal pool updated yesterday, you get a 1-to-1 replacement of your crystals. So say I opened one crystal during that time, Kabam will give me one crystal. It's a very controversial topic currently, though, and there is quite the movement because it's just a stupid thing. You're awarding a certain group of players that just got kind of lucky because they opened crystals at a time where Kabam didn't do their job properly, and so they're getting a just completely absurd reward for that. So I personally not a fan. 45 minutes? Okay. So 45 minutes. But like there were a lot of people chomping at the bit. I think that affected a lot more people than we may be led to believe. But yeah. Huge controversy right now. For sure. Throw your special. Oh, I power drained him. Oh, that's because of the node. So yeah, it's just it's absolutely crazy. It feels incredibly unfair. Those who enter Elder EQ get banned, get nothing. Yeah, that Kabam, like, they really listen. If they're gonna fumble the bag so much, they need to get their compensation or reward structure for them messing up down to a science. I don't think they quite hit the nail on the head with this like last basic thing. It's just not okay to me. All right, I think we Jean Grey this again. I think it's just a normal fight, but he's going to get a decent amount of power. Also, he is stun immune once in a while, which is kind of annoying, but we can get over it. Man, this is like my second Strife boss. Kinda insane, actually. The one thing that's annoying too, like there are people that, no joke, have saved like 100+ crystals that are probably benefiting from that compensation. And like, I personally know people that had saved like 20 to 30 crystals. They knew about the bugged crystal pool release and then didn't open them because they wanted the champions that weren't there. So like they had the opportunity to open and benefit immensely like everyone else, but they didn't because they did a smart thing. Like, and so you're rewarding people just for your own whoopsie daisy that I don't think you should be rewarding. Okay, I think Molman can do that one. What about deodorant? Power Focus 2. They get unblockable at the end of their specials. Compelled Duel? That might screw us, but we're gonna go for the buffs anyway. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, the thing is, the forum post that they made during like when they fumbled the bag on the Titan rollover, they said we don't want to disproportionately award people for being just lucky for benefiting from a bug. So we're going to give anyone who opens a Titan crystal within the next few days a Titan Nexus as compensation. Okay, and that's all well and good. They have established that as like their modus operandi. That's how they're doing things. And then this happens and they're like, actually, no, you just have to be lucky now. And we're not going to try to be fair in the compensation. We're just going to be... It's just crazy. It's so crazy. Like, look, I wasn't saving. You guys know I was going for Spider-Ham. But I'm mostly mad about it for you guys and like people I know that had spent a lot. Yeah, you get free SIGs, which is prestige. You get free Titan shards. You get a double up on that as well, by the way. You get free gold. You get free ISO. You get more account rating. Like, you get just more champions. And there were people that had like a boat, like, I'm not even kidding, a boatload of crystals. And they just popped them instantly. Instantly. So it is just not the move. They need to do something else about it. Because it feels really, really unfair. Like, it's just, in my opinion, it's just not okay. Not like in any way, shape, or form. Speaking of not okay, that damage. Who cares about compelled duel if they die? So yeah, and like I don't even know what the solution would be. So I was talking about this the other day. I do think there are some solutions, and I'll go over them. But what's tricky about this is basics. You can hoard to the tune of the double digits easily. Like we were saying, there are people with 40 plus, potentially people with 100 plus, okay? And Titans, like when they messed up the Titan pool, like you can't get like 100 Titans unless you hold for a very long time and spend copious amounts of money. So like one Titan Nexus comp, like that was kind of okay because it's a Nexus, you know? And, you know, so that like maybe that's fine, right? In my opinion, I think not having Arnim Zola in the Titan was great because it boosted your odds at the other champions, technically. But that's a moot point, okay? So I can kind of see the way they did the Titan comp. The basic one is tricky because you have people that were opening like 40, 50 crystals. You can't just give those people one Nexus, not even 2 or 3. Like, I don't think that's even enough. So it's really tricky, but I don't think you should give them a 1-to-1. That's insane. That's like, and then without comping the other player base, I think that's wild, like legitimately insane. So like, I think what you have to do is you set a day, like if you open crystals in the next few days, that's the cutoff, just like they did with the Titan comp. And then your compensation will be given to you based off of the amount of crystals you opened throughout that period of time. I think this is the best way to handle it. I don't know that you could necessarily do a 1-to-1. That just feels insane. But I do think you could maybe say 5 or 6 or 7, whatever you want to do, basics would net you a Nexus. And you could maybe make those Nexus where you choose like from 5 champions, potentially. Like there's things you could do. But, and then you just group people into different compensation groups, right? So if I open 1 crystal, I qualify at the very least for like 1 Nexus. But people that opened like 40, which should be comped in a higher rate for sure. Like maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe you give them like 6 or 7 Nexuses. I mean, effectively, I feel like that's the only solution. This is like a huge fumbling of the bag. Like it is, because they made the decision to drop all these champions at once, and then they messed up. And they knew full well, they have the numbers. They know people have tons and tons and tons of these basics. They made the same mistake on the Titan last crystal rollover. And you would think, okay, we have like 20 plus champions entering the basic. Let's make sure this doesn't happen again. And then it does. It's insane. It's insane. And then when you compound it with like, you know, how they worded the Titan comp. And again, it's in the Discord description if you want to read it. People have sent screenshots in the MCOC general chat. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So I think like, oh, it's just a Titan. I mean, still. What's up, Charles? If it wasn't sales time, they would be more generous. I think they're being insanely generous, to be honest. Just not to everybody, which I think is the unfair part. The thing that I don't like is we are getting punished. We are getting punished for Kabam's mea culpa. For their mistake, we are getting punished for it. Or, heaven forbid, we go to work or go to school and don't have time to instantly rip crystals. You know, Kabam is telling you, like, if our game is bugged and you know about it, abuse it. Do everything you can because we're just going to comp you through the nose. It's insane. It's crazy, man. It's a definite rich get richer situation in most cases as well. Okay, power lock after 1 bar of power, 10% attack for each debuff on them. I don't like that. Backup resistance. Ooh, caltrops? Yeah, okay. And then he'll go unblockable under 25. Make sure you pop crystals if it's bugged. Yep, Walrus, and you're not the only one, my friend. That is just unfortunate. Like, congrats, you get hosed. Like, and it sucks, man. Oh, wait, I actually don't know what power drained me there, whatever. Dude, this caltrops is kind of nuts. So yeah, I feel like I definitely think there has to be enough public outcry that they do something about it. I assume there's something in the works over at Kabam. I feel like there has to be, quite frankly. So I'm just trying to like kind of play the patient game. I didn't have my striker anymore. Oh, dude. For some reason I thought I had my striker. Oh well, we're good. Crystal equals exploit bug content ignored till it's fixed. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I did notice, I think Seaton posted a video. I don't know who else did, but it seems like there's people making their voices heard. I don't really want to get involved in it until like, if we go like a week after this thing, like if this comp actually rolls out as they announced it, then I want to make a video or something, because that it's legit. It feels like so criminal, dude. Like it's insane. It's completely nuts. how appropriate. Quicksilver has rapid metabolism. Do I need, like, are my small hacks gonna run out? The small ones? Zone left 1, zone left 2. I'm gonna lose, like, some health hacks, but we'll make the very final room with the mini hacks we have. I might just take the safer route, just because Quicksilver can trip me up. Mole Man kind of dunks on Quicksilver, but we can get a heal on Bastion here, and that might be important. There's definitely enough public outcry. I personally think we'll all receive a package. I hope so. I really hope so. I really hope so. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting to it, but like in my view, it feels like a really big deal. Like really huge. Like enough to definitely get like up in arms about, you know? Definitely not 1-to-1. Yeah, 1-to-1 is bananas, especially with how people were hoarding, dude. And if you go to any of the unit offers, the unit deals, we know the price Kabam perceived, like, puts on a 7-star. Occasionally, they'll scam you for, like, 5,000 units for, like, a 7-star basic. Like, and they're over here like, yeah, well, 1-to-1. You can just double up, right? That is a wild, wild advantage to give players. Especially in a game where you already have crazy low odds to get any champion that you may want. Now they're giving a select group just such a privilege. Can you imagine if I actually did save and popped them all instantly? I mean, I wouldn't have. But dude, I could have gotten Spider-Ham and 100 crystals, surely. Alright, we can still use Mole Man, it's just gonna be a little slower. Yeah, most people are looking for a few specific champions. Right, and they just got blessed. Ouch. How's it hanging? It's going well so far, Sheep. How you doing, man? Welcome in. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna save for a special 2 here. We seem to be doing pretty good damage. Yep. Sorry if I, like, sounded like I was getting super heated. I do feel pretty passionate about it. And you wouldn't expect that, but that just shows how much I care for you guys. And, like, I want you to feel rewarded for, like, saving to that capacity and not get, like, screwed over, basically. One eye open. Backup recovery. Dismay. Honestly, we actually, I think, take the left path here. Your team for Saga Incursions is Jean Grey, Solvark, and Anti-Venom. That'll probably be fine, I think. You're only thinking one selector per 15 crystals opened. There has to be some arbitrary number. I don't know that I could immediately think of a way other than the suggestion that I have as far as like how you could comp. Right. Yeah, Aaron, like, and that is not like an uncommon situation in this instance. And there's a lot of people that just like couldn't for whatever reason or another. You're just like punishing people for having school or a job or a family, like it comes on the heels of like them already having messed up with the Titan before, and then they made the statement like they know what the correct thing to do is, and then they don't do it again, which makes no sense to me. Come on, buddy. Been real, my friend. Oh, look at all that health he got back. Holy cow. And then you just throw that. We're dead. Beautiful. What was my suggestion? I think you need to have tiered rewards. I think you need to do between crystal update and like a couple days away from today even. You cut off. You look and you see how many crystals, not even just basics, because they said applicable crystals. I'm assuming that means like Valiants and stuff like that. So I don't even know how you'd calculate that, but it could be done probably in a similar way as what I'm suggesting. If you open like, let's just throw the number at 5. I don't think that's what it would be. If you open 5 basics or below, you get 1 Nexus. And then for every subsequent 5 pop that you have, you get another Nexus basic. I think that's the only way to do it. You give people that saved, you heavily reward them by giving them a Nexus, which is essentially 3 crystals in and of itself, right? And I think that's the only way to do things, because, and like just send out separate compensations for like whichever tier you qualified for. That's the only fair way to do it in my mind. And I'm open to suggestion, because I mean, I haven't thought like anytime off stream. I'm not constantly thinking about this. I'm mostly brainstorming on stream. But I do think that just intuitively that makes the most sense to me. We know that they can like give you different compensation based on what has happened on your account. Like that's things that have happened before. So yeah, I think a 1-to-1 is wild. I think a Nexus is the most fair you can be. And then, like I said, just grouping people up into reward tiers, I think, is like the only way to do it. Because it really is insane, especially when prestige is so insanely important now. You just get lucky, and that's like a big benefit. And then you're also telling people like, yeah, just don't open your crystals, because eventually we're going to screw it up, and then you just pop them all when that happens. What's up, LK? You want to know why it happened? Me too, Aaron. Like, because I was talking about it. I'm not a coder. I don't really know everything that goes on. What I imagine goes on behind the scenes is you have the basic crystal pool, and you just have all the champions listed there, and then you have an on or off switch. You set the value to true or false. It's a Boolean. I think that's what they're called. And how can you just forget to go click add these champions? It's so weird. And then, like, to have made that mistake before and then make it again. It's so weird to me, man. Yeah, something like that, Charles. I feel like that's the only way to do it. I think 1 to 5 is a good number. You could make it smaller and do 1 to 3, because technically a Nexus is 3 choices, but I feel like 5 is better. Just for balancing sake, it might get a little insane. Typhoon, backup recovery. Villains attain absolute power. Okay. But yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. You don't need the Titan champs. Well, that's why you hoard, like... Oh, crap. Wait. Wait, Professor X doesn't gain power. LOL? Dude, that's actually comedy, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna get any power sting value now, though. Oh my gosh. I love when villains get absolute power, and then the boss is a hero champion. Oh, what in the world? This is brilliant. I guess who cares about special attacks, eh, boys? That's actually comedy, bro. Oh my gosh. Man. What a boss for floor 15, am I right, boys? What a boss. 20 Nexus crystals if a player opened 100 is a lot. I mean, yeah, but 100 basics is also a lot. It's better than giving that person 100 more basics. Yeah, I've seen that before, Nick. It's super weird. All right, well, that was a walk in the park. We had like 2 close calls, I think, but that was pretty cake, I'd say. Now let's go see what we got. Holy gold. No way. Did I see that right? 2.4 mil, 2.4 mil. Oh my gosh. Dude, they know Banquet's coming up. That's actually good guy kabam. That's a ton of gold. God, dude, I sound like a pirate or like a dragon. That's a ton. Wow. Easy peasy. Rinsed. Okay, we do have the Deadpool side quest. We'll check that out in a minute. I don't know what crystals. Did I make any of them? Like, can I open anything? Oh my gosh, no. Nope. Okay. Wait, did I have a Titan? I didn't actually look at that. Nope, I don't. I mean, we can definitely make a basic. Let's go do the side quest first, though, because I think that has shards in it. So, I mean, that was pretty fun. It's like super mega easy, though. All right, Deadpool, what do you have for me? Deadpool's mini tour maze. We obviously do threat level 5. What kind of fights do we have? Ooh, actually, before I do this, there's no, like, use Saga Champions thing for this, right? Complete on threat level 5. No. No, 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 no. It doesn't look like there is. Usually they do that. That's surprising. Okay. Back in. What kind of foes are we facing here? Oh, wow. They're like entire lanes. Do they have nodes? They do. Each non-critical hit on the defender. Calcify. Multi-blocks. We could probably bring Moleman in for that lane. What else could he maybe do, though? Both champions' combat power rates are increased. We could probably just do Nefaria for that if we really needed to. 90% reduced damage from all sources except special attacks. And then Matador. And then... Yep, that's probably just Nefaria. An auto block counter would be beneficial. So Moleman, Nefaria, probably. We could use the Serpent. Dude, we could bring Yondu for fun, because he doesn't care that much if you auto block him. This team sounds like it'll be good. Instead of Bullman, we could also bring Crossbones, but I think we'll be fine. I think this team could do pretty much everything. It's your opinion, if you opened 100 and got 20, you'd be unhappy. But if their Nexus is, like, they're functionally 60 crystals, like, there's a little bit of a diminished return there, but it just feels too unbalanced to do 1-to-1 for me. I mean, you could do that. If they do the 1-to-1 thing, though, then they have to offer it to everybody. If that's the compensation route they want to take, you can't just give it to the people that were lucky enough to pop 50 crystals in the first 40 minutes. I think you have to, like, extend that to everybody. They're just... My biggest thing, there needs to be some sort of, like, restitution. Like, for those that were just straight up, like, busy or, like, knew the champions weren't there and deliberately didn't open their basics because they knew the champs weren't there. Like, that was a thing. It's just... Oh, man. Thanks for showing you the way on Yondu. That's what I'm here for, man. Alright, let's see what we get. Which path? Which path? We chance it. That's not a good path. It's a 1-star chest. Not my favorite. Gonna go eat? No worries, man. Enjoy your meal. This was the auto block thing, right? Yeah. Yep, it was. This should work. This should work. Oh, actually, it'll work even harder. Because I actually, like, potentially could steal enough. Yeah. I can steal enough armor ups to not get auto-blocked in the first place. That's hilarious. A little harder to keep those ones up, though. Oops. So much damage, man. You don't even have to have direct hits. Oh, it's the rare path? Oh, for real? Dude, I'll take that then. Why did they give you... Why did they give you the 1-star chest then on the rare path? That doesn't make any sense. But I'll take that. Wait a sec. Psycho Man's not just like oddly rupture immune or something, right? No. Well, if that's the rare path, then I'll take that. I need as many of those shards as I can possibly get. Also, I need to not finish my combos. Ouch. And Psycho Man would have been a fun champion for them to rework. Oops. I guess, like, these fights aren't, like, super punishing anyway. Venom would be good to bring on this lane. But look, like, just 2 Furies and Yondu is just... Oh my gosh, the Ruptures do so much. I finished that fight with 69%. I didn't look at the boss. I'm assuming I can beat Platpool with my roster. I hope so. I actually... I didn't even notice there was a boss, if I'm being honest. I just kind of, like, assumed that was a teleporter. Oh, well. Man, he gets like hecka armor ups, man. I think depending on who I get from Banquet, I'm probably going to eventually awaken Yondu. I just don't know quite yet. Hulkbuster with the node that makes only villains get power. He had a prowess node, you had a power sting node with no villains. Then I had a node that converted his shocks into energy resist buffs. That's interesting. I had like, I mean, you saw my finale. I had a Professor X boss, but only villains could get power. It was just hilariously easy. Encroaching roots? Okay. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. That's all I think I really have to pay attention to. He'll be unblockable at some point, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there, I guess. Oh, I should have saved that. Never mind. That animation was long enough. Big damage. Yeah, I'm actually over here, Mr. Platpool. Sorry about it. Alright, yeah, Yondu's a beast. That was easy. Your most Banquet wants of the ones we currently know is Kingpin and Scorpion. I think probably for me too. And then I would put Nimrod in there. I know, I understand these champions are older. Wow, that is the good path. That's crazy luck. Anyway, I understand they're older champions. I totally understand that. But dude, the nostalgia for me. I mean, I have Kingpin joining me on screen today. Okay, I only have one of those, right? That's all it gave me, I think. And then we're probably going to get one tomorrow and then the day after. Yeah, okay. Well, that was fun. I got to use Yondu. That's the first, I think, like, story content adjacent thing I've used Yondu for. Okay, that being said, we can definitely get a basic, I think. So let's go get a basic, shall we? Man, maybe I should save these 6-star crystals until the pool changes, huh, boys? Please be all dupes. Beautiful. Hey, more SIGs on Cow. That's funny. I think he might be max SIG. Nimrod was a hard carry when he was released. Yeah, dude, Nimgod. I mean, they called him that for a reason. Anyway, I just duped 6 6-star champions, by the way. 48 bricks of ISO. 48, 24, 24. Imagine if I cracked open like 57-star basics and then got 50 more. Never running out of ISO for the next however long. Almost exact change, by the way. Everybody go ahead and type below in the chat what guess you give for which champion I'm going to snag from this basic. If you get it correct, you get your very own Crisp High Five, and that is a perk that comes with increased crystal odds, although unofficially increased crystal odds, okay? But it's better than nothing, I'd say. 10 out of 10 dentists approve. So get your guesses in and hope you're right. Maybe consult the tarot, whatever you got to do. It's a pretty hype moment when someone guesses it correctly, I'm not going to lie. And then while you guys are getting your guesses in and consulting the runes or something, I'll be right back, okay? right. Never fear. I am here. All right, let me read off the guesses. We got Sable, we got Spam, we got Gladiator propagandist callouts, we got War Machine, Winter Soldier, Spider-Man, or Iron Man. You can't guess like an entire group of champions. Singular guess, you go Spider-Ham. Okay. We have a lot of Spam believers. Is this the day? I don't think so, but it could be. If this is the day, I'm going to go ballistic. With the pool increasing in size by 20 plus, and then I finally pull Spider-Ham, that would be ludicrous. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. I got a good feeling. I think we're going to get him soon. Domino. I mean, extra SIGs. Makes her a better defender. I'll take it. I'll take it. Dang it. I'm like the only person in the world that like visibly gets sad when they get a good champion because it's not Spider-Ham. Nobody gets Domino though. Unfortunate. Good tries. Good tries. I guess we'll try again next year, chat. It's never gonna happen. Do I have any like random Plat Pass crystal stuff? That could be fun. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I do need to open these though. Oh, wait, hold on. We have minion crystals though. Heck yeah, 3 new? Nobody was lucky? Nope. Not today, man. If only I would have opened that crystal on rollover the other day, though, then we'd have another try. Yeah, it's cooked. Dang it, dude. Hey, we get the rank up, though. The 1 to 2. Some Sig Stones as well. I'm gonna go use those. Or wait, wrong button. Inventory. I think I like redeeming like Sig Stones and stuff through here because it can just show me everyone and I don't have to go through like the process of like finding a tag for that champion. 10 Sig levels. We'll give those to Jean Grey, I think. High prestige. And it's free. You're facing a Joe Fixit who got nuked by Power Sting when he threw a special 2. So he flew up in the air. I love the animations like that. Like when that happens or when a champion just like insta falls to the ground, really satisfying. Like with DOT, like Bleed or something. Speaking of Bleed or something, dude, rank 2 Frankencastle? Nah, I think, dude, let's rank 2 Lizard, shall we, gents? Should we do it for the boys? Yeah, we do it. We rank up Lizard. He's kind of fun. He reminds me a lot of Scorpion. That being said, I will probably get Scorpion, hopefully, during Banquet. But if I don't get Scorpion, this guy is the next best thing. He really, really plays like a Power Sting champion. Not quite the same, but he also has a lot of util on top of that. And he just looks freaking dope. I mean, look, he's got the purple jeans, the ripped lab coat. He's got his ID badge, which is awesome. Yeah, you best believe it. Okay, and then where's the other thing? A 4 to 5 6-star? Do I even... Oh, I can use that on Zemo? I guess. Sure. Why not? Rank 4 Carolina? Dude, I need to get my rank 4 Carolina. At some point. At some point. Might as well max out Zemo. Why not? Honestly, like, he can be usable in Elder difficulty, too. Because of his Purify and his Bleed. And then, what else do we have? Nothing to immediately use, I think. Okay. What was I about to do? Okay, rank up the 2-star champions I just got. I like to keep my 2-star roster completely maxed out. Then I never have to worry about it. When 2-star arenas come around, I can just blitz through it. And honestly, that has served me well. You're going to use the 1-2 gem on Cassandra. She fits into that that group. That's pretty nice. Cassandra Nova. I ought to take mine out for a spin now that she is awakened and see if I can really notice a difference. I tell you what, I really, really enjoyed yesterday's stream. It was very fun to just take in champions I didn't know how to like play at all. One, try to see if I could figure out the proper way to play them, and then after that, actually figure out the proper way. And it was just really fun to see like how certain champions work that I really didn't know anything about previously. And let me tell you, dude, I actually think I do like this pool of Titan champions. I didn't think I would like it too much. I actually do. I think there's a lot of good champions in this rotation that I think are being slept on a little more than they should be. Like, Frankencastle's damage was pretty dang good. I would just kind of needing to get used to playing him. I think the same can be said for Cassie Lang, although I think she's a little bit more annoying and requires a little bit more participation, we'll say, from the AI, which can be really annoying. But if you get your setup properly, she can start hitting pretty hard. Of course, I didn't get every Titan champion, but I do think the ones I got to test, I was thoroughly impressed by. That being said, I do have a 7-star 1-2 generic that I forgot I had entirely, so I might rank somebody up. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a shiny new toy, but I kind of want to rank up Frankencastle, but I think the smart play would be Photon. I think the smart rank up would be Photon. There's so many champions I want to rank up. I hate it. I hate it so much, dude. I mean, Photon has, like, kind of gotten weaker over time, though. But I do really, really like how she plays. I think it's... I really enjoyed Sparkles back in the day, Captain Marvel movie. And I actually enjoyed Photon quite a bit. I did like Frankencastle. But I think I'll hold off on skill for a little bit. Dude, we could rank up Platpool and it would be free, basically. Yeah, we're gonna do... I'm gonna rank up Photon, even though she's not awakened. Just a really solid champion all around. I have no regrets about that. And then eventually she'll go rank 3, I think. Speaking of which, what are my rank 2 champs right now? Carolina Dean, I think, will be my next rank 3. I like her more than probably any champion here. After that, though, it's tough to say. Maybe Okoye, maybe Photon. Photon will always be a good defender the way she is made. I think so. I think so. Not that this game needs more defense. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead. Let's see. We got, what, 1 more hour left on stream? Let's just go ahead and play Battlegrounds for the next, like, little bit. Kind of chill Battlegrounds, too, because we're only in Diamond. At least, they should be chill. And then maybe we'll get some forfeits, because a lot of the whales are in Gladiator Circuit now. It's really nice when you can ban a top, like, tier character, because you just don't own them at all. Because I'm not suffering at all for banning that champion, you know? Let's get rid of his fan, man, I guess. Friendly BGs? No, dude, I would, but I am seriously behind the 8-ball on getting this event done, man. I have so much stuff I need to do still. So many war wins we need to get. I think this guy might be throwing. You're off to bed? Hey, have a good one, Lee. Thanks for dropping by, man. Hope to see you tomorrow. We could, well... Oh, man, I have to run arena, too. Shoot. Maybe I'll do that for, like, the last little bit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't think this guy is playing, chat. I don't think this guy is here at all. Wow, this is so fun. Just one, pretty please. You're just gonna have to exercise some patience, my dude. We will do another friendly stream sometime soon. Should I let this guy win just for the memes? What is he making that heart with, by the way? Is that like his other arm? It's gotta be. Because he's like presenting and then... Okay. It's like his arm tentacle thing. Oh, watching this timer tick down had to be easily one of the worst things ever. Do I want onslaught? Let's take gentle. Dude, I don't get why people do this. Like, if you're trying to just farm losses, you can get so many more matches done if you just instantly pick, right? Like, just do that. Why do you have to wait for the timer? Hopefully it's like Titania or something stupid. Then we can just use Mole Man, finish the fight mega early. I think it's random. Maybe it isn't. I'm not sure. Oh boy, Dr. Doomathy? I mean... I don't think it matters who I pick. I don't think this guy is here. Bullseye against Kindred. Dude. It's gonna be close. Where am I always looking to place in BG? I always just get Gladiator Circuit and usually park there. Honestly, it's just so punishing to lose, and I hate banging my head up against the wall. Is what kind of like BG's feels like. This guy's running recoils too. He really doesn't want to win anything. But I mean, like with stuff like I never really have a goal in mind. With events like this, I'm more just interested in like, are you kidding me? This game sucks sometimes, man. Anyway, with stuff like this, I'm really just more interested in. This should put me back in, right? Or no, it's if I have to like. I have to like restart the game. Dude, I might just go play arena if it's gonna be dumb. Anyway, I usually just kind of play until the event's done, and then where I'm at, I'm at. Also, I'm fully aware, by the way, if I relaunch the game, then I can probably get back into that fight. So before you guys go ballistic in the comments, I do know that's how it works. On PC, though, the game does not close down very quickly, and it likes to think for like 5 minutes after you close it sometimes, not every time, that you still have the game open, and it won't let you open it again. So it's just not worth it. Just not worth it. It's assigned to do friendlies. I might be assigned to do arena, honestly. I know it's like not the best to watch, but dude, I really do need to do arena. And because I'm like legit, I'm serious about wanting to rank high, or at least decently high, for like being completely free to play banquet. I mean, not completely, 'cause technically I had like plat pass, but all these other units were earned by arena, basically. Man, that sucks. That was a free win too. Like, there needs to be a rejoin match button, like here somewhere. Like, not having that sucks. Unknown error occurred. Oh wait, did I just win? No, that was a different fight. Well, okay. Well, I guess MCOC hates me today. It's because I was bagging on him for the comp earlier. That's crazy. The one guy's not playing. I'm actually playing the matchup. Hey, do you guys want to see a funny... Here, I'll show you a funny matchup that's really bad. Don't ever do Human Torch against Havoc. Anyway, that other guy's not even playing, and he's gonna get the win. Actually, I don't know how that'll work. Because he's probably not pausing. He's probably just gonna, like, let his champions instantly die because he's farming. I might get 15k points just for, like, not being there. I don't really know how that works. Anyway, look at how fast you can die. Oh, wait, never mind. It's fine because I'm not in Nova. He refused to do anything because you banned his rank 4. I mean, that's probably less that and more he's just farming the game. Because that's what a lot of people are doing right now. Maybe Havoc has to be awakened to absolutely deep fry Human Torch? Probably, actually. I don't know. I know that matchup is not supposed to go that easily, though. Quick reminder too, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, if you could go ahead and drop a like. Really benefits me. Helps the stream grow a lot more. If YouTube starts to see, like, videos getting liked a lot as well, it'll kind of push them harder. And come on, like, who wouldn't want to watch this arena gameplay? Are you kidding me? I will say this, though, Nick, by the way. Some people get really childish in Battlegrounds. Like, people that are just spamming emotes and stuff. Over, like, the littlest things. People online get weird. They, like, they'll throw down a Dark Phoenix, knowing you have no counter, and then just, like, spam emotes at you like they're geniuses. It's like, okay, dude. All right. Oh, it was a generic one that you used. I got it. Or no, okay. You were using the one from the stealthy milestones. I'm actually hyped that they gave us, like, rank up gems, like, that easily. The Incursions was, like, pretty simple. And then, like, side quest wasn't too bad. I like having my content during Christmas time be easy. I enjoy it. Now, if they could just lower the arena points required for all the milestones, just for December, that would be such an insane blessing. Can you imagine? That would be such a cool, like, good guy kabam thing to do, right? They lowered it AW to 1 fight each, basically. And then they made the events not super crazy this month. so that we could, like, you know, do Christmas things, spend time with family, enjoy banquet and all that stuff. What if they lowered the point threshold for arena? That would be so cool. Because that would be such an insanely nice thing to do for free to play players. Like people that were just like needing last second unit grinding to maybe squeeze in a couple more banquet crystals. That would be so dope of them, actually. What's up, Zemo? Better late than never, my friend. Welcome, welcome. That feeling is the best, Nick. Like when I'm talking about Battlegrounds, I always say I'm not like a biggest fan. I don't hate it, but I will acknowledge I think Battlegrounds has the lowest of lows and the highest of highs, right? Like sometimes you can go on a 10-loss streak and that is like the lowest of low. Maybe more, depending on how unlucky you get or how you're playing that day. But the highest of highs, when you beat somebody who's BM like that, man, I know they never would, Zemo. I'm just saying it would be cool. But anyway, when you beat somebody who's being like toxic, that is such a feel-good moment. Like you just kind of want to hoorah, like shake your fist at them a little bit. I really enjoy that. Like, I mean, that's any video game when someone's being toxic and then you serve up a nice big fat slice of humble pie. That always feels good. Battlegrounds is like, oh man, it just hits different. Because I feel like MCOC can be a little bit more of a skilled game than other games. So it's like a true like asserting your dominance moment. Da, 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 dum, dum. Yeah, we get the 600k milestone, and then we are never touching the 4-star arena. Unfortunately, last stream we lost our streak because we were just like not paying attention. Hardly ever face emote spammers, and you always hit the GG Goblin against normal players. I usually spam the Carnage like heart, or I don't spam it, but I'll throw it up. And then I get kind of tilted on stuff like that fairly, like more easily than I should. Usually I'll just mute the stickers, honestly. And you might say, oh, I'm such a wuss for doing that. Sure, I guess. But I will say, I turned off like the chat in Rocket League. Completely different game, I know, but people are really toxic in that chat as well. My experience with the game, infinitely better because of that. It's so much more enjoyable. So usually I'll just like mute the stickers. I did do the incursions already, Brian. Yep. I did. They went really well though. Mole Man was like the hard carry. Bastion did like a single fight, and then Jean Grey did a handful of fights. But yeah, mostly Mole Man. Rocket League reference. Thank you for the clarification. I was kind of confused, Samuel. We've done Rocket League streams in the past, by the way. If there were enough people that would want to watch a stream like that, I'd consider it again. It was pretty fun. He's not in here right now, by the way, but Samir is like pretty cracked at Rocket League. He's actually kind of insane. Carnage Heart or Green Goblin GG post-match. The Mcoc Rage if you mess up. I love the Mcoc Rage, like the flip of the table. Man, Dracula just kind of oozes aura, dude. The Mr. Fantastic Shrug is good too. Dang, what a victory screen too. I do like that they've started to have less toxic emotes though. I don't know why it took them so long to like... They kind of gatekept the nice emotes for a while, actually. It was like you had to be toxic if you clicked the sticker, it felt like. Now that's not really the case, but in fact, I don't even think I really ever use an emote other than the Carnage Heart, actually. If someone is like farming matches, I'll send that over a bunch, just so they know I appreciate the free win. Dude, what blows my mind, there's like actual chads out there that like already have everything Battlegrounds, like they're done with the event and everything. And they'll just go in and forfeit games just to give people free wins, just to be like good guys. That's such a like dope thing to do. Like +5 respect, dude. I would never do it because I'm like selfish with my energy, but the Spider-Man pointing one they gave us is pretty good. I like the meme that it represents too. And then when you like, when the stars align and your opponent is paying attention and you both hit that, it's pretty entertaining. Wow. Resist, resist, resist. Crazy. First try with Bastion, Iron Man, and Anti-Venom. Who is your workhorse for that, Wolverine? Were you just stun locking with Iron Man? Because that was kind of an idea I had. You take the armor up one and then the stun one with the armor ups. Who should you rank up? Bastion, Maker. Who is the best Jean Grey counter? That would be the Make. Ooh. That is, I can't, is Maker reverse control immune? I can't actually remember that. I think he is, right? Maker's reverse control immune, right, guys? I know, like, most people will use Bastion, but I don't know that, like, he's, like, definitively the best. I mean, generally speaking, between the two, I prefer Bastion. I think he's just all around better. But I do think, like, Maker has, like, a lot of good use right now. And I don't think Neuroshock is going to go away anytime soon, personally. And he's immune to that. So I think that's really, 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 really nice to have. The other two did the bulk of it. That's all right. Yeah, I didn't mind the incursions. I made like one slip up and I survived. Jean also Cantor's Jean. That's usually who I use. I think like high level alliances, they'll use Bastion because he does like better damage. I think. I'm not really sure. But it does sound like Maker is probably a little better. If that matters. I mean, Zemo would probably be the better guy to ask here because he plays War at a lot higher of a level than anyone else. I think. I think you're the highest ranked War viewer I have. Jack is good. Yeah, I personally think like investing in Maker would be good. Just because I think he's only going to get better as they add more Neuroshock champions. But in the immediate, Bastion is probably more helpful. Does more things. Zemo kind of thinks Bastion is overrated though. So he's probably going to say to rank up Maker. Do, 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 do. I need to get my chat overlay more Christmassy. I think I'll have the usernames flash red and green. You've been using Maker more and more against Jean? Well, there you go. I do think post-Battle Realm Brawl, Maker's stocks have been on the rise. Followed by the Butcher and the Baker and the Candlestick Maker. Yeah, I think... And we all use different counters for Jean. I use Jean Grey. I just think it's the easiest. It's like a no-brainer thing. Because you get rid of her shield so quick with your once you stack your neuros and your reverse control immune. I don't think that's the best counter though. I think Zemo probably died. I would say Maker is better. I don't have any evidence to back it up though. That's where I hesitate because I don't really use Maker. But I do think he's picking up steam and he might just get better and better. That being said, his stocks that are on the rise could dip if they release another neuro immune champion. That is one matchup that doesn't go to Gladiator. Oh, there you go. Zemo said Bastion? I actually didn't expect that, Zemo. You're kind of a... Okay, if it's for war, yeah, that makes sense. I do think Bastion does the most in war. Do I ever bring him in? Not really, but I know a lot of alliance mates that do. How did that not kill? Oh, is Undying. I wonder if I could finish this in 40 minutes. Bastion and Gene for incursions. Who should use for saga incursions? You don't have Mole Man higher than rank 1 at the moment. You sent a screenshot in Discord. Let me see. Oh, Spider. I think a lot of people were saying Spider-Woman is insane. I would probably suggest Spider-Woman. People were saying Yelena's pretty good too. With the like hemostatic thing, the thing that if you apply a bleed, it also applies a power sting. But it looks like Spider-Woman's ranked higher. I would say probably Spider-Woman. It's what it appears to be the best. You know Zemo's gonna say Zemo, probably. Yeah, I would just go Spider-Woman. I don't think there's like a fight you couldn't do with that team. And then just get like things that make your Furies more potent and stuff like that, and you should be okay. Aw, Spider-Woman it is. Dang. I mean, still congrats on clearing it, Nick. Some of those champion node combinations can get so nasty. There were a couple I actually thought I might get stonewalled at, but we were able to, like, brute force it. I'm, like, super glad that I had Bastion for the stealth suit, that's for sure. It's kind of like you can set yourself up for success in the best, like, as much as you can. Ultimately, sometimes it can fall to RNG, and if you just get unlucky with certain nodes, oh well. Get ready to learn Revive. Or gobble your units. These incursions don't take that long, though. Not like the Steve ones, where it took, like, almost 3 hours every run. So at least if you fail, you can kind of do it again. I would prefer of those two, Kushala. I've never been that high on White Tiger. Oh, Scorpion. This might be one of the last times I use you as a 6-star, dude. His days could be numbered. That's crazy. I still don't think they fixed the ISO frame rate issue. Yeah, anytime, man. We're here to help. A lot of smart people in this community too, man. I mean, that kind of cuts both ways, right? Sometimes you'll hear some very different opinions, but I think for the most part, like, a lot of smart people can help clear a lot of stuff as far as this game. I say it all the time, but I do like the community we have here. We have a lot of like funny people, a lot of big brain people, people that are a combination of both, of course. A lot of really nice people. Occasionally it gets a little toxic. All in fun, though. Oh, Nick, that sucks, dude. That's okay, though. I mean, you'll still get use out of it anyway. The Saga one affects a lot of heroes. I'm sure you can find somebody to slap it on. That's why I like, instead of going to the champion and then, like, ranking them up from there with the gem, I like to select the gem in my stash and then select the champion I want to use it on. Although I guess you can't really do that, huh, with the rank up gem. I meant that's the best for like awakening and stuff though. Excuse me. But yeah, I almost did the same thing actually on my rank up. You can't see my mouse cursor because I have it hidden in OBS. But I was hovering the rank up button before I realized I wasn't on the saga gem. Oh, that actually sucks. Never mind, we're good. Dude, I'm so excited to find out which last champions are getting added to the banquet box. It's gonna be so awesome. Aw, you punk. Yeah, evade me now, dirtbag. Eat some. Would the Provita rank 4? I have no idea. I think Zemo has him rank 4. I mean, we were just talking about like the value of Maker. I think that might be a good decision for you, Nick. He's no gladiator, but I should have saved for special 3. Oh well. Dang it, wrong one. I don't know her spells. I don't know what I was thinking. Dang, we already used like half the gold we got too. That's crazy. Between Maker and High Evolutionary, you would have gone Silk if you used the generic. I would choose... I mean, High Evolutionary is like the prestige play, if that's like your main driving force. I think like the Maker is probably more useful. Between his pre-fights, his like abilities, the way he has them. And then like neuro immunity I think is pretty insane. Only one in the game that's neuro immune. Divine knowledge. Oh, whoopsie daisy. That might be enough, though. Nope, it's not. But we live. We're good. Cow is a tank, dude. Good job, Rintra. Dude, I love it when the Domino I fight is not awakened. Makes life so much easier. My prince. Nimrod, join the team soon, please. Join the team soon. I'm so excited for Banquet, dude. It's gonna... I wonder how long that stream will be. Because I'll have a lot of stuff to open and a lot of stuff to do. Assuming everything plays out the way I expect it to. Alright, on to the 7-star champions at long last. We get to the easier matchups for a while at least. I love fighting King's team in Arena. If Arena's gonna be brain dead anyway, why make me fight like complex matchups? Just give me Black Bolt, give me Gamora, Rocket Raccoon, or whatever. Don't put me up against like Serpent or just like champions I have to think, you know? Or like Photon. I don't think I really see Photon that much in Arena, but still. Captain Marvel, Classic, Miss Marvel. Any of the easy champs, dude. You'd love to do your banquet openings during your stream. That sounds like a good time. Yeah, Sheep, that would be sick. If we all like saved and then opened during stream all at the same time. I don't know how many people would be able to have that self-control though, man. But that would be cool. Now here's the unfortunate truth is just open your crystals as soon as banquet happens because odds are they're going to be bugged. And you'll be able to double up on whatever you get, right? I need to stop. I'm sorry, I'm being way too petty about that. I do think they're probably going to do a different thing. I think there's been enough of a backlash. I think we just need to wait and see what they do. I'm mostly just joking. But no, I think it would be cool. We could all get like really hyped together. It wouldn't just be me that gets to be excited by good polls. I can get excited like with you guys as well. if you guys like get a champion from the banquet crystals or anything like that. RP. Because it is fun, dude. Like, I get to be happy for you guys. When you pull Spider-Ham, particularly, I don't know how much of that is happiness, though. It's pure just jealousy. But still, you get my point. I feel like I haven't used my Nico a lot recently. I guess that's my own fault, though. She gets banned every match anyway. The comp situation, they just totally walked back on what they previously said and did. High octane gaslighting. Yeah, Wolverine, like, I mean, I think I said everything that needed to be said near the beginning of the stream. But yeah. just to put it lightly, yeah. In summation, yeah. Yep. It's just the worst part is that we actually have them on record acknowledging this as being a thing as far as like unfair compensation. And you can like use their, just like the screenshot you sent in the Discord, you can just kind of use that against them. If they hadn't said that, you know what? I'd be upset for sure. I'm even more upset though that there's just complete hypocrisy about it. Just total hypocrisy. Dude, Onslaught looks so goofy running. I feel like I would expect him to fly. Oh man, I kind of feel like they would have said something by now though. That's I do worry about that a little bit. That there has been backlash this much, like since the announcement was made essentially, and it's been still kind of radio silent on it. That is a little bit concerning. I think the worst part comes on Friday during the live stream when they act all sad. I don't think it'll quite be that dramatic. I mean, in the past, they haven't really, like... I guess they did get a little bit emotional at some points. It's not going to be, like, sad, mopey thing. I will credit them, like, when they've been making mistakes recently and, like, the time has come for a live stream, they kind of don't beat around the bush. They at least, like, get straight to the point. And lately, they've just been saying, yeah, that's our bad. We understand that that was kind of insane or dumb or whatever. I do definitely give them credit for that. Like, they have been owning up to things lately, which I appreciate. Hey, thank you for the kind words, Samuel. Have a good one, man. Glad you were able to stop by, dude. It does kind of get, like, old fast, though. Like, if they have to keep doing the same thing over and over again, it gets a little problematic. Like, they're a multi-million-dollar company. I would expect them to be able to, like, rotate a crystal pool effectively. Why does that never happen on, like, the 6-star pool when champions rotate into there? Why has it only happened recently? Are they making changes to crystals behind the scenes? Like, there's a lot of, like, things to think about with this go around. Because, like, yeah, I mean, champions are going into the 6-star pool all the time. And I don't really ever hear anything about that. It's only the 7-star pool that's getting affected. Just kind of odd. Maybe that's just the problem they run into when they time gate, when they paywall champions to this degree and then time gate them for a year. Maybe there's something about the way that code interacts with like enabling a champion in the basic pool that makes it not work. That would be my only guess, but that would be really dumb, and I don't know that that would make sense. Then again, I'm not a coder, so I don't know everything, but big damage. Dude, Crossbones is so good in War, by the way. Dude is nuts with Hazard Shift. 15 floors is so many. Yeah, it's half of what we had to do with Steve, though. I'm actually glad it's 15 and not like 20 or 30. It does, like, feel less fun than the Steve Incursions, though. More dangerous, too, by the way. You don't really have, like... Steve had, like, that safeguard thing that was really nice. If you die on, like, floor 10 or 12, you're just kind of cooked. Or, like, if you fumble and get hit, you're potentially dead. I brought in only rank 4s. If I didn't... Well, actually, no. Bastion's rank 3. I take that back. If I had, like, rank 2s or something, though, I think there were a couple times I would have definitely died. And I got a little bit saved. Man, I do think, like, I hope after they add these new alliance modes, like, and do, like, the strongholds thing or whatever it's called, for, like, solo things, I hope they maybe take another look at Incursions. I really think that mode has insane potential. I think it could be really fun. I don't know exactly what you would need to do with it. Obviously, a reward buff. I think the rewards are kind of garbo. But, like, I think you could make Incursions so much better. Or maybe they'll just delete it and replace it with something else. Also, I was messing around the other day with Captain Britain in Realm of Legends. Her damage is no joke when you get her rotation going. Do 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 do. Oh, I love when that happens. You just get the perfect type advantage over the defenders. It's so nice. Do 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 do. And it would have been cool to see more Hitmonkey in Battle Realm Brawl. I don't know what you would have used him against, though. And he's not a defender. $32K on the crit. Man, Medusa does some damage. If I had recoils, I think I could, like, finish off every fight in one combo. I think. At least all the ones against, like, Thanos' team or, like, King's team or whatever. Wonder what book he's reading. My favorite person with the $10 dono? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Hey, I will give you your spot as Big Dill very shortly. Hey, thank you. Again, guys, I am working on some sort of alert system for donations, and it's going to be electric. But in the meantime, thank you. No message, just out of the kindness of your own heart. With the $9.99, I'm just going to round that up to 10 smackarooskies. My favorite, though. My favorite person. I'm gonna... Yeah, we'll throw the 99 on. Why not? Gotta shrink it down so you can fit on the screen, though. And enjoy your celebritydom. Thank you. Alright, next up on the arena. I like the profile picture, by the way. The white monster can. The most powerful energy drink in the universe. Well, Caveman, you get to see some Shang-Chi gameplay, man. This is what you're here for. We need to hop on the alt, too, sometime soon. I think I have a couple 6-star crystals built up over there. Best drink, true. I mean, it's definitely in contention for best drink, I think. Like, when you think of energy drink, like, the white monster just seems like a staple. More so than, like, the regular monster flavor, honestly. I feel like I never see people drink, like, basic monsters anymore. You go out in public, and it's always the white monster that is, like, out. Like, almost every single time. And the thing I'll notice, too, grocery stores or, like, gas stations, they'll... Not only are they almost always out of white monster, they're also, like, always stocking, like, multiple rows of just white monster. There'll be, like, 4, right? On, like, the little can dispenser things that will, like, push a can down if you grab one. You guys know what I'm talking about. But there's always multiple, and they're almost always just completely dusted. Copyright. The ultra green one? Yeah, that's a good one, too. I like the new passion fruit one they have is pretty good. And then Peachy Keen. I was in, like, a Peachy Keen monster phase. Hey, we could use my recently awakened Cassandra Nova. That'll be fun. Yeah, Monster has some good flavors. I will say, like, when I drink a Monster, though, I don't usually get, like, the energy pick-me-up. When I drink a Monster, it's genuinely just if I'm, like, in the mood for that taste. Like, Monsters have a weird way of just, like, making me crash more than they give me the energy boost. So I kind of just, like, lump them in with regular sodas nowadays. I don't consider them an energy drink, at least not for me. If I'm looking for, like, some serious juice, I'll go for, like, kind of like the pre-workout brands, like, for energy drinks. And then I'll also just, like, go for, like, G Fuel, stuff like that. In fact, G Fuel is actually kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it gets memed on a little bit, I think, just because of, like, it's gamer pre-workout, basically. But, dude, I feel, like, pretty focused when I take G Fuel. I'm not gonna lie. Like, probably better than any energy drink, actually. Do I have a favorite G Fuel? I don't think so. There's a lot of them that I like. I don't know that I've ever had one that I'm, like, completely hooked on. And there's a lot of flavors I haven't tried yet, too, that I would probably want to try. After I do all that, maybe I'll dub one my favorite. They did recently, like, come out with a pumpkin pie flavored G Fuel, which, like, I don't know what possessed them to do that. I don't know how that could be good, because G Fuel, they tell you to mix with water, and there's no way pumpkin pie flavored water would be good, at least not in my brain. And I like pumpkin pie as much as the next guy. I mean, if you add it to milk, maybe you could make, like, a milkshake out of it. That's the only real, like, use case that I could think of. Yeah. It's kind of sick. Like, we were kind of having this conversation the other night that, like, just because you can doesn't mean you should when it comes to, like, flavoring things. Yeah, RP, you didn't know that? I'm just kidding. But yeah, because her lights have a chance to apply neuros. So you should always medium, light, 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 light. I usually never end a combo with a medium when I'm playing Jean Grey. Occasionally, you want to do that if you're playing Ironheart too. If you're in a matchup where you want more armor up buffs, you need to end combos with a light attack. Because for every light attack, it, like, increases her chance to generate an armor up buff. So if you're in a matchup where you would want that, you want to play Ironheart that way too. Usually you just, you know, end your combo with a medium though for the incinerate or rupture. Oh, Jabari into Bastion is not a good matchup. I don't know why I did this. No bleed damage this guy takes, and then he's also just gonna proc regen every time I do bleed. Yeah, that sucks. We should be able to do this, though. That ensnare might fail his regen, actually. Yeah, we're good. He's dead. Dude, I should cosplay as Jabari Panther one time on stream. That could be fun. 3D print, like, the mask out. Get the claws. Dude, you know what's kind of spooky? I don't remember using Yondu in this Arena Go at all, but I've already used him. You wish you could trade champs between accounts? Dude, me too. Me too. Trading in this game would be elite. It'd be busted and it would break the game entirely, but it would be elite. No masks. Yeah, I don't plan on getting canceled though. I'd like to keep the door open for any potential sponsorships in the future. And I don't think that would be the move. It would be gas. Oh, it'd be a gas. Yeah, it would. Maybe back in the day it could be funny, but not with how like different cultures are now and like how people on the internet react to things. It's just better to stay away from any potential scandal like that. Hey, what's up, Relaver? I'm doing pretty good, man. We had a pretty good Incursions run earlier. We didn't take a single death. Ever since that, we've just been rocking the arena. Getting on that unit grind, man. Hope you've been doing well. Tony Danza did it at the Oscars once. Well, maybe if I had a certain like level of celebrity-dom, I could. I've never seen Cheers. I don't even really recognize. Like, I know the name Tony Danza, but I would need to see the face. I'm not very good at like name recognition for actors or like knowing who they are. Yeah, we would have played some Battlegrounds, but it just was giving us the error message and booted us out of our first match, and I took that as a sign. Unsure how? Find a good show that you want to watch or a good YouTube series, pull it up on the TV, a second computer monitor or anything, and then grind arena, my man. I'm just as famous as him. Is that that's probably an insult to him, right? I mean, I'll take that as a compliment though, man. Thank you. You beat Glycan for the first time last night. You pulled some heat 7 stars. Now it's your birthday today? Dude, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. And congrats. I'm glad you're able to get Glycan down. That dude can be a pain in the butt sometimes. And then I'm glad you got some good polls, it sounds like. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. See, that's where I know Tony Danza from. I do know that reference. The big 1-8? Dude. Very nice. Yeah, I feel like I should sing you happy birthday, but no one wants to hear that. Yo, Garvey, how are you, man? Welcome in, dude. Knew you could get me to sing a song. Dude, I sing in the car all the time. I just don't think you guys need to hear me sing on stream. I already do enough embarrassing things on stream, I feel like. I don't need to be singing too. Maybe I'll release a Christmas album, though. We'll only sell like 10 copies. You're getting your cardio done? Heck yeah, dude. Keep that heart rate up, my man. It's good for you. Especially if you like are in a situation where you have to run away from a bear. Bears are no joke, by the way. This is like I'm so good at talking about just random things. But dude, that'd be so terrifying. Bears can run so fast. Record those in the summer. Dude, I actually could as a joke. That would actually be really funny. Also, insane amount of units, Garvey. We're gonna both have a great time during Banquet, I think. But anyway, like there was a show called Man vs. Bear back in the day. I don't know if any of you have seen that. If you haven't, I would imagine there's probably clips on YouTube of it. But basically, they would pit like the strongest like people they could find, basically, and they devise like these challenges that they would do, and they were up against bears. So they'd have like a strength challenge, like a bunch of other stuff. Like, I think they probably did a speed challenge, I would imagine. But dude, bears are crazy, and I didn't really understand how insane they were until that show. If you haven't watched it, definitely do it. Because it's crazy, dude. Man vs. Bear, you seen it? Okay, yeah, so it's crazy. Theirs are so strong, it's insane. Sproul got the paint job too. You'd rather fight the bear than run? I think that's like what you're supposed to do for one of the different kinds. So like the different kinds of bears, you're supposed to react in different ways. I always forget what it is. One of them, it's just like you're kind of screwed. One of them, I think you need to like play dead, hope the bear doesn't maul you too much to death, and then run away. Like there's things you're supposed to do for like whether it's a grizzly or a black bear or whatever. You've never yelled at a show so much in anger. You got Enchantress. That's a W pull. Kindred is really good. And then Shang-Chi is really good as well. Atuma's not too bad either in there. You feel like you've heard of it, but you haven't seen it? There's got to be clips on YouTube. You guys should go take a look at it. It's pretty cool. They use some bears that they actually use, like, they're actors. They use bears that appear in like Hollywood film. They're like trained, like docile and stuff. Black bear, you act big and scary. Grizzly, you lay down. And then a polar bear, you're cooked. I mean, a polar bear, you should ask yourself, why am I in a position where I could be getting attacked by a polar bear? That's a pretty unavoidable thing, or a pretty avoidable thing. Thanks for clearing 10 saga incursion zones. You managed to get the saga 2 to 3 gem. Use on Spider-Man. Hey, that's a good good rank up, man. Swoman. Swoman. Man, I don't want to fight Photon. I'd rather fight Domino. Cool thing about polar bears too, by the way, is they're like, I think their hair follicles are like hollow so that they can absorb a bunch of light so they stay warm. And then I think their skin is black, actually, polar bears. So they absorb like maximum amount of sun. There's a lot of really cool like things about polar bears. I was like a kid growing up. I was just addicted to nature documentaries. So there's some random stuff like that that I know. Pretty swole. You're either in the Arctic or you fell into a zoo enclosure. Yeah, you're either in the Arctic or we're about to have another Harambe. They took an albino bear. Whoops. Mistaking it for a polar bear. That's actually so funny. Understandable mistake, though. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a good, like, nature documentary, dude. Or, like, if there's a documentary talking about some, like, ancient, unexplored tomb or something they unearthed. R.I.P. Harambe, too soon. Hey, have a good night, Charles. Thanks for swinging by, man. Man, like, if you really want to pinpoint a time where humanity really started to go downhill, it was probably when Harambe died. Let's be honest, dude. That was the Nexus event. Man, you tried to critical fail me there, dog. What the heck? I laughed so hard reading some letters from the original colonies to their officers about bears. Bulletproof, can't escape them. A bear killed our entire platoon after 50 bullets hit it. God help us. I guess I shouldn't laugh. This is like people dying over bear attacks. They should have a live stream on Friday, Garvit. Gave the video a like. Thank you, Charles. Nature documentaries are so intriguing. They sound boring, but once you start watching, it's sick. Used to love the dinosaur ones. Yeah, you can just get really glued to the screen. Like, as a kid, you wouldn't think I would be interested at all in like a World War II documentary, dude, I'm in. Okay? That thing starts playing, that British narrator most of the time starts just popping off, I'm invested. And I am laser focused. Do I remember any of it now? I mean, bits and pieces. So like, I think it's still worth watching though. It really gets your brain moving. And it's just really insane to learn about what people throughout history have done. And just like really cool accomplishments. Same with like nature documentaries. It's really cool to learn just how intricate or crazy a certain species is. Like what kinds of like adaptations they've made to live in their environment. Or just like silly things they do. And then you can like spout that stuff off to your friends and they think you're cool. And they're like, how do you know that? You know? You took a rank 3 gem from the offering. You took Maker to rank 3? Nice, Garvit. We were talking about Ranker. We were talking about Maker a little bit earlier in the stream. I think he's only going to get more useful. And the only time I could see that like usefulness dying out is if we get more Neuroshock immune. Oh, you are so dead after this, bucko. Speaking of fun animal facts, I remember watching a documentary about hippos. They're terrifying. Hippos are crazy, dude. And they will like helicopter their tails and spread their poop everywhere to like establish their territory. And as a kid, there is nothing more funny than that, okay? You tell all your friends that, they're gonna laugh and think it's hilarious, which it is. It's just objectively ridiculous. I mean, a lot of animals like mark territory and stuff, but just the way hippos do it is hilarious. Then you'll walk past your mom watching it in the living room and you'll be glued to the screen. Yeah. No, that's how it works, dude. Rabbit skunks killed with a single bite. So often and terrifying, it took hundreds of years for us to learn skunks didn't just always kill, only some have rabies. That would be terrifying, always thinking like every skunk you saw was an insta-kill. You missed Food Tech? That was an interesting show. Gold Rush? Yeah, Gold Rush. Deadliest Catch. Like some of those TV show documentaries are good too. It is, RP. It is, dude. I've said it before, but like Food Network shows are insanely engaging. I love watching the Food Network, dude. More than a person should, I think. Try to live your life. I think that's a good way to live, RP. It really really a way to establish dominance early. Show people you mean business right off the rip, you know? Ouch, ouch. Absolutely bodied. Counts Customs? Dude, yes! Counts Customs was awesome. Or, like, back in the day, too, before Counts Customs, there was, what was it, Orange County Choppers? Where they would do, like, custom motorcycles, like chopper-style motorcycles. And they would have, like, really cool themes. Unless, I don't think that was the same thing, right? No, Counts Customs is with, like, cars. And then I think... yeah, I think the Orange County or whatever Valley Choppers was motorcycles. You like to provide your own voiceovers for Iron Chef? Dude, that would actually be so entertaining. That's okay, Reliver. Reliver, sorry. I'm gonna probably be hopping off pretty soon here. I'm just getting a couple more fights in, and then I think I'll be done for today. But yeah, go get some sleep, dude. I don't want you to ruin your sleep schedule too much. Dude, I can't believe I finally own Photon. It took so long to get her. And I had no clue she was so good on offense. Pimp My Ride. I don't know that I watched Pimp My Ride. Yeah, I'm going to do one more team, I think. And then this will be the end of the stream. Oh, boy. Photon. Great. Oh, I forgot he does this unblockable garbage. Alright, he's dead. It's already ruined. You usually just see me live around when you're getting ready for bed. Oh, well, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Even if it's only for like a few minutes. You do what you gotta do, man. That goes for anyone. I understand sleep is real. Okay? But I do appreciate the support, man. It's actually like mind-blowing how many people like will watch the stream like super late at night. I feel really, really honored that you guys would trade off some sleep just to watch me play MCOC. Uh-oh, she's gonna go... Oh, she's dead. We're chilling. Is she dead? Oh, she is dead. You'll sleep when you're dead? That's the spirit. You can never go to sleep, ever. If I'm live, you gotta be glued to that screen, okay? None of this healthy sleeping crap. Come on, man. Team no sleep for the win, am I right? I think content moderation policies for YouTube might answer that. Not that I couldn't, but it's a little, I don't know. Like, G-Day? G-Day, you mean? I don't know. MCOC is just kind of how I've always said it. I never usually say Mcoc. I go to sleep at 11 MST. You wouldn't miss sleep for this. Dude, what do you mean? I have a rank for Shang-Chi. What are you talking about? Now, one of these days I will, though, Caveman. One of these days, just to spite you, I'll rank for Shang-Chi. Not anytime soon, though, probably. I just... Dude, there's so many champions I need to rank up. I say it all the time. I could have, like, a stream deck button bound to me saying, I have so many champions I want to rank up. I can't handle it. And I would press that at least 10 times a stream. Sheep. Now, I actually really don't know why I always say MCOC. I personally like the way it sounds better. Like, it rolls off the tongue a little better. Okay, man, I still have so many 7 stars that I can throw in Arena. That's crazy. The roster has, like, ballooned to pretty great heights. Thanks to my Cyber Weekend. Thanks to my incredible audience, by the way. Alright, that's going to do it for today. So today we did the Incursions. We got more SIGs on Domino, which is like pretty disappointing. That's okay. We got the really lucky path for the side quest, which was Awakening Gem Crystal Shards. I'm down for that. And then we just did some Arena because Battlegrounds is broken. So... How many rank 4s, rank 3, rank 2? I can show that really quick. Just really quick. So here's my rank 4s. 11. And then here's my rank 3s. We have 14, I think. Or wait, no, 16. No. We have 14. And then rank 2s. There's a bunch. 36, I think. Anyway. But yeah, thanks for everyone who dropped by. We will be live again tomorrow. It's going to be probably an arena/battleground stream, I think. Probably arena and then battlegrounds at the end of the stream. So anyway, thanks for everyone that dropped by. Appreciate you. Shout out to the Big Dill, who is also my favorite person, apparently. Thank you so much if you donated today. If you didn't and you're just watching the stream, go ahead and give yourself a crisp high five. Thank you guys so much for watching. And thanks for all the support on the channel. Again, subscribe if you haven't already. All that fun stuff. Have a good rest of your night or a good rest of your day, whatever it is for you. And I'll catch you in the next one.